Time to put an end to some myths that you never married fathers have. Flat out, I'm going to tell you right now. You didn't marry her, you had a baby with her, that baby is 100% hers. Why? There is no proof whatsoever that it came from your body. I had a father that I just got done working with, or I'm still working with him, who was told by his ex-girlfriend that he fathered the child. He was charged child support for 15 years. Guess what? DNA proved it wasn't his child. CSEA charged him for child support, and they never proved that it was his child. They just went on the mother's word. Putting your name on a birth certificate means nothing. Hate to tell you, they changed that. It's a name on a piece of paper. That's all it is. It doesn't prove a thing. The never marrieds have to go through the process. And in explaining it to a legislator, because we were talking about whether or not we wanted to leave the law in there or take it out, I said we can't take it out. Because if we say to a mother, you now have to prove that this child is yours after it's come out of your body, the only one, then that means that child has no parent. And the state has to take custody. And then the mother's got to come back and fight to get custody of a baby that just came out of her. Fathers, and I know this will make you uncomfortable, the holes don't fit. It didn't come out of you. You have no proof. That's why you have to go through the process of, number one, establishing paternity. Now you can either do it through DNA or you can admit paternity. But as soon as you admit paternity, then you are responsible for that child until they are emancipated. You can't go back. That's why I say, get the DNA test done. Father, I just got done working with, prove that I'm correct in that. Once you've got DNA, once you've got proof that you are the father, then you go about the process of establishing your visitation or your custodial rights. It's the same thing that somebody's got to go through in a divorce. I equate proving DNA to be the same thing as a married person's marriage license. There's always a presumption that a child born of a marriage is a product of that marriage. Now, you can challenge that through DNA if you don't, if say she was sleeping around or whatever. But the presumption is that it's a product of the marriage. Get the DNA done. You may save yourself some headaches. Then once the DNA is done and you know for sure that the child is yours, then start the process. It's the same process that we all have to go through if we get divorced. Establishing and getting our visitation rights set. Don't go back to these old ways. because they're gone. That all changed. Testing has become extremely popular. It's used in so many different areas. Now some have said, oh, we need a DNA test every child that's born. No. There's a liberty interest problem there. And if you think that I'm going to have the government controlling and having samples of my DNA, not a chance in the world. Too many mistakes have been made in too many cases. And I don't want the government in my life that way. Pay attention. Read the law. Read the processes. Listen to those that actually know what's going on. Don't believe what you're told. If you're unsure, look it up. The information's out there. We've got it all. We've got it on our website. It's www.ohiofamilyrights.info. Information's there. There's a lot of information there. And it's expanding constantly. I've got a lot of stuff for Ohio, and primarily because that's where we started. But our information is expanding with information for other states. As time comes by, these things get slowly added in. Pay attention. Get to the right people. Ask the right questions. That way you get the right information and you do it the right way. Never marrieds? Face it. She went chained to you the entire time. You have no proof. Prove the DNA. You may save yourself some headaches. You may find out that you are a father. And then start the process of going through and getting your rights established. Your rights are no different than anybody else's. But you have to make the effort to get them done and get them protected.